What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now this video is going to be more dedicated to the garage, not so much the cars, but I figured, they go hand in hand. So we're going to talk a little bit about the garage update plans. Now you might have seen in all of my previous videos, I kind of had a finished garage. Well, I moved, bought a house, renovated the whole house. We're actually in the kitchen here, kind of opened up this whole second half of the house. And I'm starting in the house to show you, I think, one of the first main pieces that has to happen before we plan out this garage thing. So our garage door right now is, we go down through this hallway, right? We've got the front door and our garage door is right here, which to me, with the steps being right here, this makes no logical sense. This door swings this way, this door swings this way, and it just doesn't make sense to me. So we renovated the entire kitchen, new kitchen, everything. But you can see we're getting new furniture down here, but we've got all this space now. And so what I'm thinking of actually doing is putting the garage door right here. So you can walk right in from over here into the main living space now. So it just makes much more logical sense from a flow standpoint. This is the basement door. So this is the wall in the garage. When we go out there, I'll show you this wall right here is, think of that as the wall that goes all the way in the garage. The garage is also actually 2 feet shorter. So when this house was built, this is where this wall usually is, about 2 feet up. So we've got it's great because we've got a bigger living room, but the issue is the garage is 2 feet shorter. So let's go out to the garage and we'll continue the conversation out there. Pretty normal sized garage. Let me actually step back here and show you. Pretty decent sized garage. Obviously, like I had just mentioned, this wall is in about 2 feet. So on most of the houses, you would have 2 more feet this way. But the good news about this place is that it has the garage extended out about 5 feet. So I have about 5 feet out of all of this space. So what I was saying originally about moving this door is, if I can move this door to here, you can kind of see the old tire lines, but if I move that door to here, that frees up this whole wall for cabinet storage, you name it, and I can move these out of the garage, and I have all of this space, and that frees up these 2 spaces and everything out of here out of the way. So the plan to start for the garage kind of update and garage project is to see if we can move this door. I'm pretty sure it's feasible to move that to there. All the structural support runs this way in the house, so it should be doable. I'm waiting on my contractor to give me a price on that. So that's the first step of the garage project. Second step of garage project is going to be electrical and lighting. So obviously it's lit pretty well in here now because the doors are up, but the lighting in here is horrible. And this is a thing with, I don't know what it was with houses. This house was built in '89, so not sure what the deal was with putting outlets on like one side of the garage, but it seems to be a very common thing where builders don't want to put outlets in garages, and it drives me nuts. But so you can see there's an outlet here. So there's one outlet there. There's an outlet kind of under there. There's one outlet here, and then there's an outlet up there, and there isn't even an outlet over here. The wiring comes out and is pulled. You can kind of see it up there. Is pulled from in the wall and just daisy chained off that outlet. So the second major step is to get the electrical all figured out. Plenty of power here, so that'll probably stay. Put another outlet over here. I'm gonna run some wiring up here so I can run some swan neck lights above each garage door outside. We're going to run electrical outlet here, and then we're gonna have 2 outlets over here and then an outlet here. Good news is I have a crawl space. And even better is I have a full basement beyond here downstairs. So the plan is actually we're going to run a sub panel in here, probably put it over here. I was thinking of putting it over here, but I want to use that space for pressure washing solution. We'll get to that in a minute. Obviously there's going to need to be a 20 amp somewhere over here, dedicated 20 amp, but the goal will be all of this can run back to the sub panel, so I'm not having to feed it downstairs to the panel in the basement. So dedicated in ceiling outlet over there for that opener, and then recess that one up into the ceiling and recess that. So we've got relocating the door, we've got the electrical. Obviously lighting is going to be important in here, so as we talk through the electrical, I'm going to have to get the wiring kind of pre-set up. We'll do some lighting up on the other side of this header here. We'll do some lighting. I'll talk to Matt and figure out what he recommends for the sizing, but that way when the doors are down, we've got plenty of lighting towards the front here, and as well extended from side to side, and then replicate that across here. There's plenty of space to pull everything up and just temporarily have the wires up there, and if we're running everything back down to a sub panel here anyways, should be pretty easy to get to. But that's the one thing you can see. I bought this cheapo Spider Monkey light at Home Depot, and it does the job, but I need to light this place up like a Christmas tree. That's the game plan on lighting, so we got to get that taken care of as well. Right now, the garbage cans are in here. The plan is to build a little kind of gated area. The other thing is, by the way, this driveway is going to be extended out because the Raptor is about 6 inches too long to fit in the garage. But we're going to build out part of my landscaping. I pulled out all the bushes this past fall, but we're going to build just a paved area out here with a little fence box around here to put the trash cans out here, so they're out of the way. This will be fully extended out so the Raptor can be over here. Porsche goes here, and then Emily's car goes over here. Anyways, these will go away, which frees up this whole area. And what I'm thinking is there's actually a water connection already in here. So the good news is I can tap off of that, and I'm either going to put, I'm thinking probably this wall makes the most logical sense. Put the Obsessed Garage, Matt Morman's pressure washing system on the wall here. So we'll probably have a dedicated 20 amp somewhere on the wall here. We'll pull that water feed up and over so I can have a bucket filler and then direct feed into the pressure washing system. It's the same system that you saw in my townhouse that I had that when Matt came up and we did all that. So I think that's the most logical place to put this. And then this will probably be a workbench cabinetry. We've got to figure out if I want to, I'll probably reuse this stuff for now. But the ideal scenario is to call up Matt and call up Kyle at Obsessed Garage and give them my idea. And hey, they can tell me if I'm insane or I'm all bass-ackwards and how I want to lay this all out, but I'll look to them for some insight. But I think the pressure washer fits logically in here, and then again, outlets in there. We'll do everything. If obviously if this door goes away, we'll have to move the openers over there as well, and then obviously paint all of this. Sub panel will be in there, and then this will all be drywalled and finished out as well. The pole has to stay unless I wanted to go and pull an I-beam across, but the nice thing actually about this pole is it's going to be hard to see on camera, but this header frame is actually recessed back a little bit, so when you pull into the garage, your door's well clear, the pole, especially from the Porsche standpoint. Emily's car is a 4-door, so you just have to be careful, but it's pretty, you know, it's about 2 feet off, so there's plenty of space. So probably paint that black, but yeah, refinish all the drywall, get that all buttoned up and taken care of. The next piece is going to be new openers and new doors, new seals around there and everything. I tried to look into doing the side loads with the torsion bar and the torsion spring, but unfortunately there's enough room over here to put one in. Plenty of room here, but over on this side, there's just not... I had my door company out here. There's just not enough room to get that to work, even if you mount it up high and do like a 1-to-1 ratio. It just won't work. So we're gonna tear all of this down. We're gonna get rid of the extension springs and put a torsion bar above each new door. Obviously new doors, probably do middle kind of insulated doors. I don't need super insulated because then in the summertime it'd probably get pretty hot in here. I'm back and forth. It's a nominal cost difference on the door with the insulation rating, but well, I'll figure that out. But new tracks, new systems, a whole 9 yards, and then the doors will have the decor windows in the top. Probably just do plain white to go with the aesthetics of the exterior house for now, and then new openers, and that'll take care of all of that. And then probably feed them both into one controller. Again, we move the door over there. So we did door, electrical, kind of clean up, finished. New doors, the whole 9 yards there. And then flooring. I think what I'm going to do is, I do want to do Swiss tracks, but because of how, you know, the existing floor and how it is, polish this up and then put Stronghold Floors, who did the floor in my old house, do just like a gray, like a light gray speckle epoxy, I think, down here first, and then do Swiss tracks on top. I think that'll be a nice touch to it. So the plan is to do all of that in conjunction with talking with Matt and Kyle and figuring out maybe what to do on this side with all the cabinets and everything. I think, like I said, I can reuse a lot of this stuff for now. I think the biggest question out of all of this is, can I move that door? And again, it seems like the most logical thing to do. It doesn't make sense to come in here and walk in there and go straight down the hallway, and I'd rather just come right into the house from there now that we've opened everything up back there. So that's the high level plan, and I'll maybe see if I can convince Mike to come up and help out with some of this work. If you're watching, Mike, I know you'd probably come up and visit anyways, but a lot of potential in this place. Yeah, it stinks that the Raptor doesn't quite fit lengthwise, but fits height-wise. It's about 6 inches short, but that's okay. We'd rather have the bigger living room for entertainment space. So that's the game plan. Obviously, I think I'm going to do this in a phased approach. So, you know, when my electrician's here, we're kind of walking through where we're going to put things and him wiring. I'll share each phase. This isn't going to be done in like a month. This is going to be a proactive series that as I finish things and do things, I'd like to bring you guys along and just share with you my thought process of how I want it to be. And then obviously at the end, I had mentioned we were going to extend the driveway, but the whole thing is going to get torn out because this has sunk a little bit. So you can see here it's sunk down. So I'm going to tear out the whole driveway and extend it all in one piece so you don't have any seams over here. Showing where you add it on, and then obviously it gets rid of all the cracks and everything. That's the plan for the garage. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next video.